Hi, this is Meghnath. In this video, we're going to learn about finding factorial of a number using functions. So in the previous program, we learned how to find factorial of a number without using functions. Now in this program, we are going to learn factorial of a number using function. So as always, you can use any editor of your choice. I'm going to use Visual Studio Community Edition. So with that, let's get started and let's write the program. Now I'm going to reopen the same program that we have written already for finding factorial. That's program 2. Now let me open the program. Now file, you can see in the recent projects, so factorial number. So this is the code that I have written, that I have explained in program 2 of finding factorial using normal way. Now the good thing about this is for finding factorial of one number, this is perfect. This works perfectly. But if you want to find factorial for two numbers, so now what you have to do is you might have to use another variable, and so you have to use like this int input1 I, so you can reuse I value, and fact1 is equal to 1. Now you have to read another number from the user. So printf, you have to write enter. I'm going to change it to first number, and I'm going to change it to enter second number, and I'm going to write here scanf, so read the second number, %d comma ampersand input 1. Now I need to write the for loop for the second number, so I'm going to write here, so another for loop for finding for I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to input I plus plus. Now I'm going to write fact1 is equal to, so this one is for second number, so I'm putting input 1, fact1 is for second number, fact1 star I. So this will print the factorial for first number, and this will calculate the factorial for the second number. Now I'm going to print it. So let me copy this, and I'm going to paste it here. Factorial of input 1 is fact1. Now, so if you see this, you can see here that there is code redundancy. So for finding this factorial, we are duplicating the code. So same for loop from 1 to input, for loop from 1 to input 1. If we need to find factorial for third number, we have to write the same loop once again. So instead, what we can do is, for reusable code like this, we can create a function and we can call it any number of times. So let's try to learn how to create a function to find factorial. So if you want to create a function, the 3 key points is that you have to know is, the first thing is function declaration. So you have to declare a function, and then you have to define the function, so function definition. And then the last one is function call. So once you define the function, you have to call the function to get the required output. Now let's do it. So first thing is function declaration. So I want to find factorial of a number. So I'm going to declare, so I need to return an integer, and I'm going to name it as factorial, and I will take an input. So this is called function. This is called function declaration. Now I need to define the function. So what I can do here is I can define the function either here or after this void main. I can define the function. So I'm going to define it. So int factorial, I'm going to write int input, and now I'm going to write the logic. So this function is used to calculate factorial and return the value. So I'm going to write int fact is equal to 1, and for I, so I'm going to write one more variable I, and for int I is equal to 1, sorry, for I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to input I plus plus. Now I'm going to write here fact is equal to fact star I, and I'm going to write return fact. Now this function will take a parameter, any value. It can take like 5, 6, 7, and it will loop through that many times, and if it will return the factorial of that number. So if this function takes parameters 4, it will return 24. If this function takes parameters 5, it will return factorial as 120. So depending on the value that it takes, it will calculate the logic and it will send the value. Now Now instead of this duplicate code, what we are going to do now is I just deleted the for loop and I'm removing this as well. So I'm going to remove this I value. I'm going to remove, so I just need to write first number and I'm going to write here second number. That's it. So we don't really need any other value. Now enter first number, ampersand fn, enter second number, I'm going to write ampersand sn. Now what I'm going to do here is, so instead of writing anything, I'm going to call this function. Here I will call with by sending parameter fn, and here I'll call by sending parameter sn. So let's do it. So first here I want to print fn, comma, I'm going to call, so this is called function call factorial. I'm going to put fn. So the first time it will calculate first number factorial, and here I'm going to write sn, and I'm going to write factorial and sn second number. So now that's it, we are done. So this way it will help the code to have very less code. You don't have to duplicate the for loops, and you can just write one function. It can be called any number of times. If you want to find factorial for the third number, you can just write it here and you can call the function once again, so it will calculate. Now let's say this, I'm going to execute this. And now you can see here, enter first number, I'm going to enter 5, enter second number, I'm going to enter 6. You can see here factorial of 5 is 120 and factorial of 6 is 720. So it's coming in the same line. I'm going to change, I'm going to add a slash n here, and now you can run this code and you can verify that functions are a great way to reduce code duplicacy, and it helps to modularize the code. Now I'm going to enter 4, I'm going to enter 5. You can see here factorial of 4 is 24, factorial of 5 is 120, right? So I will repeat, this is called function declaration, and this is called function definition, where you define the function, and this is called function call. So hope you understood how to write function to calculate factorial of a number. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more videos. Thank you.